Good morning, everybody. This is Tips with Steve Pebb again. And what I've got is I've got something in store for you people that like to jug fish. I'm going to build two types, and there's many things that I do, many things that I can't do good, but I'll tell you one thing that I can do is I can fish. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make some jugs that's different than what you've seen on other people. Get out of here, ham bone. And what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a few tips also to make your jug lining a lot more simpler, easier, and better. So them tips are going to come toward the end of the video when I get done making the two jugs. Here's what we're going to do first. Now, what I did to prevent time, I done clean. I used the cleaning fluid, and I cleaned the pipe and the caps. And then I glued it with all-purpose PVC pipe glue. Now, the reason I do it, a lot of people just put the caps on and well, what they do is take a chance of water getting into the pipe. And a lot of people will put water in their PVC pipe, like some people put the eye rod inside, so when the fish bites the hook and the jug and it pulls it down, the weight goes down and makes it stand up. Well, I'm going to tell you that don't always work. People say it works, but sometimes it don't work. Sometimes it does work. I don't put nothing in this. I glue it and leave it this way, and I will show you why. And another thing, everybody makes little bitty like this. Now, some of them put this here little deal, and they glue the inside with some type of sealer and then a swivel. Well, what happens when you do this? This will rust, and if this here breaks, you're going to lose your fish, your line, your hooks. You're going to lose everything. And the swivel will break eventually. It'll get weak and it'll break. I don't use this no more, and I don't use the swivel no more. And I make mine longer. And the reason why I make them longer is because what happens is you can see this a lot better. And my problem, here's the problem I have, I don't go after it. Now, I love 1, 2, 3 pound catfish. I love them. They're the best tasting, they're easiest to fry. I don't even cut them up for my wife to cook. I leave them in fillets. I leave them that way they taste the best, in my opinion. But what happens when I've used these, I have lots in. I got a little, if you can hear, a little rod inside here to make it. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. I got rid of all my little ones. I sold them, actually sold them to a guy on Eufaula Lake. Here's the thing. When you gut it little like that, you catch a big catfish, and I've got pictures of 60-something pound blues, different weights in the 60 pound, and I catch a bunch of flatheads, and the biggest I caught this spring was 73 pounds. Now, you let a 73 pound flathead or a 60 pound blue take this, and you won't see this again. It's gone. And what they normally do, they take these noodles and they go back to the shore most of the time, and they get tangled up in the buckbrush and the trees and the shrubs, and then they end up breaking the line, breaking the hook, whatever, and getting off. And by the time you drive all over that lake to try to find it, fish dead, the noodle's gone. So what I do is, I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay, now, first thing I do is I tie this on here, I double wrap it, and I tie it. Tie it underneath this here cap. This way it won't slide off. Now people say, oh, it'll slide off. No, I hadn't had one at all slide off. And I tie it back around like that, and then I tie it again. Like that. Double tied on both sides. Now, I guarantee you, it ain't coming if you got it tight. It ain't coming off. And I like to make it a short tail like that. This way, it ain't going nowhere. Now, what I do, I have found my best luck, I fish my jug in shallow water. And I know that a bunch of them blues will get into a big school and they chase shad. Because they want to eat that shad, they love shad. And they'll school together and then they'll chase the shad. And what to do, they chase them up in the shallow water. Up in water about, 4, 5, 6 foot of water. It's easier to catch them shad in that shallow water. So, majority of my jugs is 7 to 9 foot to 10 foot deep. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go 3, 6, 9. Okay. Now I'm going to go right there, 10. There's 10 foot right here. Now what I'm going to do, hold on, I got a little knot right here. Okay, 10 foot right here. Now I'm going to make it another foot, 12 foot, okay? 11 foot, excuse me. I'm going to burn. Okay. I burnt that in. I'm going to put 2 swivels right here. Then I'm going to tie a knot right here. I'm going to tie a loop right here like this. Tie this loop right here. Now I'm going to tell you why. And again, just bear with me on you people that's new to this jug lining or want to do fish like I do. Because all these old timers, they're going to say, oh, this guy, he don't know what he's talking about. He don't have to do all that and all that stuff. Well, let me tell you something. I have used the little red solo cups, filled them up with cement, put wire on them, and a big fish will, I don't care what anyone says, say anything you want in them comments, a big catfish will haul off a red solo cup with cement in it. I promise you, they've done it. Okay, Now, what I do, I make it cement in these cups. Now, I don't know how much it weighs, but it weighs quite a bit. And this way, when I get ready to put my jugs out, I'll put it through this hole like this. I'll bring it around. Now, there ain't no little fish gonna pull this anywhere. That jug's gonna be there when you check it. Now, I don't check my jugs every 5 minutes like a lot of people do sitting out there. I check them every, like in Oklahoma, the law says every 24 hours. I set them in the morning, I check them in the morning, then I set them again, rebait them again in the afternoon and the evening, and I check them again in the evening. So I check them twice a day. But when I check them, they're here. They're right where I put them. And I promise you that will work. And then when I do my now, I know people be fishing in 20 and 30 feet of water. I don't do that. It's too much line, too much trouble for me. What I do is I take my first swivel, I come down about, I don't know, I don't never measure it for sure, but I'll come down at least 25 inches, say, 25 inches. And a lot of people will tie a knot right here and they'll tie a knot right here. And this way the swivel, you know, it won't go very far. I promise you, a big catfish will pull this swivel past them knots and pull it down into the other hook, and then you got a big mess. So what I do is I put it like this, and I just tie a knot like this. This way that swivel and that hook is right there and ain't nothing gonna move it, it ain't gonna lose it or nothing. Now you got it like that. Then you come down here and you get your other swivel and you come down approximately, well, what you do is, here's what I do. I get my line, my lead line and drop line, whatever you people call it, and I put it right here like this, and I measure it. It comes down here, because you don't want to put two hooks together where these two hooks will get tangled up together. Now I will come back down, I'll hold this right here, and then I'll measure it back down this way. Okay, then you come back a little bit further down like this. This way the two hooks ain't going to get tangled up. Like this. Good thing I ain't a fish. So we'd have this all tangled up. Then I'll tangle this again. I'll tighten this again. Just like I did the top one. Now the reason I just do two is that because I'll catch fish on both feeds, on most of my mornings. When I come back, check them in the morning. This way, these two won't get tangled up. Now, here's another thing. This is what I do. I've got different colored tape. It's duct tape, and you can get it. Everything's real expensive. This is the year 2024, and thanks to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Everything's expensive, but this duct tape is still affordable, and that's what I do. And you don't have to do this. You do not have to do this. This is just what I do. Now, if the fish does pull this down, it stands up. This is the end that's going to be up, if it's up. And I put this on here like this. It will help me Okay, now, 2 reasons I do this. Now, one, when it does set up there and early in the morning it sits up, you can help see this yellow. Plus, you got in Oklahoma here, you have to have your name and your fishing license, or your name and your address and your telephone number. But what I do is I used to put it on the noodle itself. But what happens, the noodle usually sets in the same spot every single day. You end up getting moss from the lake setting into this pool noodle, and then it gets faded, and then next thing you know, your magic marker information usually fades also. This way I can put my information on this and put it, small enough where it ain't going to block the yellow. And that's just another tip how I do it. Now, most people write it on the noodle. And another thing, I'm going to back up. I was telling you, a lot of people, if you'll watch some of them YouTube videos, they put water in the pipe. Well, that's good for them. They like it. But what happens in the wintertime, if you're not going to fish this, say this wintertime, you're going to store, and if you'll show up there, them top noodles up there. Now, I don't use them noodles no more. I went to Jugs. But when you store them noodles, if you ain't got a heated building, that there water is going to freeze, and it's going to crack your pipe. And then when you go to fish in the springtime, you're going to have a cracked pipe. Cracked pipe. I've had many cracked pipes under the house. And then now here, we're almost done. Y'all hold on, we're almost done. Now, what I do is I carry this in the boat. This is when I want to change out my hooks. Because the most important thing of jug fishing, I don't care what kind of jug, what size of jug, what color jug. The most important thing is a sharp hook. And the kind of hook, it doesn't really matter. I went to, I've got every kind of hook. I can show you 40, 30 different brands of hooks for catfish jug I have. But this here Eagle Claw laser hook is the best. I use 6, 7, and 8/0 hooks. And what I do is I already set my lead lines up. I put my hooks in there. I put rubber bands around here, and I stick this in my boat right there by my seat. Now, what happens if a hook gets dull or bent, and you will catch a fish that will bend them little wire hooks. And what you can do is you can take and decide which hook you want. Say you want this hook here. No, it's too small. I want a bigger hook. Let's say we go with this 7/0 hook. Let's put this out. Put that back in the boat. Take this 7/0 hook. Go to my first swivel. I'm going to put it on there just like this. Now, a lot of people do it a whole bunch of different ways, but it's simpler and easier to do it this way. You put that on there like that. Put that over there. See, I can't see real good. I'm getting old. That's what happens when you get old like me. Okay, now, you got that? Well, you got another swivel here. Sometimes I fish one hook, sometimes I fish with two. If the thermocline's bad and it's killing the fish at the bottom, I don't put a hook on here because I don't want a dead fish. And then when you get your jug fixed, you take this like this. Now everybody's got a different way of doing it. What I do, I just wrap it around here like this. And a lot of people, they take this hook and they stick it into the jug, into the noodle. They stick it in there. I don't do that. I put it right there like that. Then I come back around and I overlap it like this with my line. This way, because I don't care what people say, it will dull a hook eventually, but sticking that into the noodle. Now I gotta take this off. Well, we'll do that here in a minute. Now, let me show you what else I do here. I got my rubber bands right here, right? And I take the rubber band, I put the rubber band on here, like this. It's easier to go from this end when you ain't got the weight on there. And there we go. You got it together, you don't got the jug on, I mean the weight on here, you got, you know. But that's just how I do this type of jug. But I don't really do this no more like this because number one, takes most of the noodle to make a big one. And if you're gonna sit out there and jug fish with these noodles, and you're gonna watch your noodles, and yeah, make small ones. Use a little solo cup or whatever you want. I don't care. It'll work. It works good if you're gonna sit there and watch them. But then, if you're gonna leave them out all day and all night, then them little ones don't work that good. Now, I'm gonna tell you something else I do. Not only do I take this, keep it in the boat so I can change the hooks out on my jugs, I have a problem sometimes with twine unraveling and then twisting and alternating and messing up, and after time it will happen. So what I do, I put 9 foot, 10 foot, 12 foot, and 13 foot. And I I'll make these deals the whole length of the jug. This way, if it's messed up, I take my knife, I cut the line, I unravel it, I tie another one on. I'm ready. I don't have to take the jug home and untangle it, because you catch say 2 catfish, and they will tangle up one of these lines if they're big. Little ones, okay. Even sometimes little ones will. But this way, cut the line. Now I fish because I enjoy fishing, and I enjoy fishing because I enjoy the taste of the catfish. But to make it more enjoyable and less stressful, this is a very good idea. Just put it under the boat seat and you got it. Stand up if you need another one, put it. And then what I do is I got some smaller ones without hooks. I just got the line wrapped around these spools that comes with that line. And then I make them just like that. I don't put no hooks on them, but I got swivels on them. And then this way I can tie it up and then wham, I don't have to spend a lot of time going back home and fixing that. So now what we're going to do, we're going to do one more jug. I'm going to show you how I do this one. What I'm going to do again, I'm going to put 2 swivels on. Now this is the way I've changed. This is what I do now. And the reason I do this, because I have had too many little jugs, and anybody that has jug fished with noodles will agree with me. If you've caught a big catfish, and believe me, me and my boy Tanner, show Tanner. Hello, say hi to everybody, Tanner. Tell me what your name is, Tanner.
Hi, my name's Tanner Donkey. I like go fishing.
Yeah, and what we do, we catch some big catfish, and what happens, you get a jug, say, like this, you catch fish. That catfish, I don't care what you say, that fish is taking this under the water, and you're sitting there in your boat waiting to see where it comes up, where's it coming. And then you got you, or sometimes there'll be 3 or 4 people in the boat. Everybody looking for that, and then this thing will pop up way over there. So you get in a trolling motor and you troll over there, and then you get about almost to it. Next thing you know, under the water, and you'll spend, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes trying to find this catfish on this jug. So, I use these big jugs here, and the catfish, I've had a couple pull that almost under the water, but not completely under the water. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I do this. And I like these color ones. I don't like white, because white is hard to see when you water's white capping, and you're looking out there for. Now, if you're young and you eagle eye, you can see it probably. But me, I'm old and I can't see real good, so I need all the help I can find it. But a white Clorox jug, I can't use that because they're hard to see till you get right up on there. Now, I tie a knot on the end so it don't slip. Then I tie this right here like this. And we're almost done, folks. Now, like I said, I don't, now I have fished in 15 foot of water, and I don't fish no deeper than 15 foot. No deeper than 15 foot. But I'm going to make this one here 15 foot. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go 15 foot. There's 3. 6. 9. 12. 15. Okay, now I got 15 foot here. Now what I'm gonna do another 12 inches, so I have room for my my weight. We're gonna go 12 inches there. Okay, now. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, now on this, I'm gonna put one extra swivel on here, and I'll tell you why. Because on a 15 foot jug, now I told you I fish in like 6, 7, 8 foot of water, but on a deal like this, 15, this here jug, if I use this jug, it's going in a channel, a creek channel in the lake. And a lot of them fish, like them nice flatheads, they will travel up that channel. And so I will have 3 hooks on something like this so that I can put a bait closer to the bottom, because I notice most of my fish I catch them when the hook is like, 3 foot deep hook in 6, 7 foot of water. Okay, now I can put my cement weight on there. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start down here at the top, and again, tell you what, I lost my swivel. Did I even put swivel down here? I sure thought I put some swivels on here. Yeah, there's. Hey, did I not put no swivels on there? I sure did, Huh. What happened? Well, folks, I don't know what happened here.
Look by your line.
Huh?
On the ground.
It's on the other line? Oh, I put it on the... Okay, folks, I put it on the wrong line. I sure did. I put my swivels Now this is embarrassing, but I know everybody has made mistakes before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this the easy way, real quick, because I hate taking y'all's time, valuable time. I'm gonna okay. Alright, I'm gonna do. Okay. Now I got it right. This time. And I always, another tip, I always burn instead of cut with a knife, because what happens when you burn it, it won't unravel on you. Then you tie it in another knot. Be careful you don't burn yourself on this twine. Ah, see there? I see you laughing. You stop laughing there. Okay, now I'll put this back on here and retie this again now. Okay, we're almost done, folks. Now, I don't care how bad you can't see, you can see, but you're gonna be able to see this jug. Now I'm gonna get my. Okay, I'm gonna get one of these. Go back down here. And again, I told you I really don't use a measure stick to measure these, but I tell you, I'll catch plenty of fish this deep right here on this jug. I'm gonna tie it again like this. Tie it right up to the swivel. I ain't gonna put a hook on here at this time, because I'm gonna wait till I get out there to the water, see how many hooks I want to put up there. Okay, I'll get my second one. Same thing here. Okay, I'll just put this hook right here in this swivel. I'll see. Okay, this right here. This is a good spot right here for close to the bottom. A lot of people put their hook and bait right on the bottom. I don't do that, because I have noticed I have better luck if my bait's not in the mud. Okay, now do it one more time. To the top. Put this hook in this swivel like this. I'll run this down like this. Okay, now unhook this and run this back this way. Okay, right here is where it would be, but I'm going to put it right here. This way they won't get tangled up together. I'm going to tie this in again right here like this. Now, what I'm going to do, take this, and I'm going to just wrap it around here like this. I'm just going to keep wrapping it like this. And I will put my hooks on at the end. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another rubber band, and what I do is I put it like this. I just put that there like that, and I bring that over into here like this, and then okay, now you got it. It's not tangled up in the boat, and it's everything that's done. Then you got to come through here on the side, put your name and your fishing license number, or your name and your phone number, or your name or your address, whatever your state requires you to display on your jug and noodle. That gives you plenty of room. You can do it on the bottom, you can do it on the side. You can even do it on the handle if you want to. This works the best for me. And again, like I said, remember, make it fun, make it enjoyable, and make it easy. And again, I don't want to be repetitious, but it's always good to have you some extra hooks already set up, so you don't have to take the time to redo your lines and your hooks. Then you got to put your hooks in a hook box. You gotta dig the hook box out, dig your line, make your line, hook it up, put it on the jug. You don't have to do all that. And then again, remember, this here really does help me, and it saves you time. And then I always carry a Gatorade bottle with me, because say you want to cut this line, it's bad, you want to put a new one on there. Now, some people don't care. They're not thinking about wildlife, ducks and coons and all them other animals. But I'm a firm believer. I take that line that I cut off, I take the hook that's damaged, take the line, I take it off. I put it in that Gatorade bottle. This way it's not floating out there in the water, not getting down in there and causing problems for the wildlife. And then when I get back to the boat ramp, I take that Gatorade bottle after it gets full. Now I leave it in the boat until I fill up my bottle, because I don't want to bring a bottle every day and have to do it. But you take that bottle once it gets full and you're done fishing for a while, take it, put it in the trash can. Most boat ramps have a trash can. If not, take it home, throw it in your trash can. Bring it here and throw it in my trash can. But just throw it in the trash can. Let's see, I'm thinking, always cut your line with fire, a lighter, not a knife. I got different colored tape for different colored jugs. And when you get done, now this ain't no tip, everybody ought to know this. I take this, we'll take a rubber band, and I like using orange rubber bands because they're easy to see. I put that on there like that, I twist it, I put it on there again like that, and I hang it up right here. Got all my different size lines, and all my different size hooks and swivels, and this is my little workbench. And I guess what I'd like to say next is thank you for taking the time to watch my video. And I hope that you got something out of it. If not, you may be smarter than me. But thank you still for watching this video. If you liked it, or you got anything out of it, give it a thumbs up, please. Or you can subscribe. I'm new to this YouTube business, but I used to deer hunt and squirrel hunt and coon hunt and fish, but now I'm at the age where I'm hard to get around, and it's hard on me and hard on my body. And without my boy Tanner Duncan, tell him thank you for watching the video.
Thank you for watching the video.
And my wife, I can't do it without my wife. I've got to give her all the thanks. At least I can still fish and enjoy quality of life a little bit. So, thank you. God bless you people, and have a nice day. Goodbye.